Hi folks, this is Frickin' Rick's YouTube channel. I'm Rick, and I thought I was going to try something new today. So obviously I'm talking to a camera, which is my personal iPhone. I have one of these little microphones somewhere here. Here it is on my bill, and I have another old iPhone over there, also recording. So I'm going to go ahead and get this engine started, and what I want to do is cut this long Norway spruce. It's actually 22 feet 8 inches long, I think, from one end to the other. We're going to be real careful. This is more of kind of an experimental thing. One of the things I wanted a circle mill like this was so that I could cut really long logs and really big logs. You might have to whittle them down a little bit, but I think the yield and the speed will be a little bit better than the modern band mills, although those are nice. I'm not saying anything bad about them. Okay, so I'm going to step out of the view of the camera for a second and see if old Blue will start up. So I'll be right back. Okay, well, old Blue's warming up there. You can hear the old girl pulsing. I think there's another name for that. I thought I'd give you a tour of this new log deck we just got done. So hang on. So what I wanted was a way to roll the logs easily onto the mill, and I also wanted to be able to walk back and forth through here just like we are now. Okay, now this load of used treated lumber is going to be a walkway through here because this ground is a little bit low, and you know, it's going to be nice to be up off the ground a little bit. I really wanted to just be on the ground like John is over at Frickin' Jeep. I think that's really nice that you can just walk on the ground. But since we're on a slope here, I didn't really want to dig a gigantic hole. I already got a big enough hole just for the blower down there. Well, I'm going to try to set you down here and let you see how these cross ties work, or these I don't know what you really would call them, but these things are like kind of like my design. And so what you do, you just pull them up out of here like this, and then they just set right on here, right on here. And these are white oak, so they're good and strong as long as they don't get rotten. The other thing about them is, you know, when you put them down in here, and they slide down in pretty nice, this also makes a place for the logs to stop. So if you got a runaway log rolling along here, it's going to roll up against that and not fall down in here on your walkway. Something I thought that I didn't really want to do was have to step over this thing all the time. So that's why I came up with that design. And if anybody, maybe somebody's already done something like that. I know that John has something similar at his small mill on the first bunk or the first rail, whatever you want to call it, of the log deck. But the other ones, I think he has to step over, but I'm not sure about that. I would have to watch that again and double check. But anyway, it sounds like old Blue's starting to run a little smoother. So let's see if we can get things rolling. we'll walk around here. I'm going to have a path worn about 10 feet deep, going around and around. Of course, eventually we'll have a nice sawmill shed built once they cut enough lumber. But I don't think that's going to happen until probably next summer. So this winter, as I can, I'm going to be cutting lumber. Already got a little bit started up there underneath that blue tarp. Just playing around lumber actually, but it's going to work. So anyway, still haven't tightened up these belts. I'll get to it as soon as I can. But let's go ahead and slow him down a little bit. And let's see if we can get him in gear. I always kind of like to stand back and just watch to make sure that nothing's amiss as we go in. Because my lens, if there was, it'd be awful. Okay, she's clicked in. Now, if you notice, my tack is not very good. So I almost have to go by the sound of the motor to know if I'm running the mill fat at the right speed. Okay, so let's rev him up. just shut this noise off. You can leave them go there, Mom. I'm going to probably pick through them and see if I can make some boards out of some of them. There's some rotten places in them.
I noticed. Yeah.
And it was inside the log.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I didn't see the rotten on the outside, but as I sawed into it, here there was a rotten area inside.
Okay.
So, see, like that one there, they're just junk. We'll just burn them. They'll make good kindling wood. But anyhow, for the viewers, I'm pretty tickled with this 4x6, 22 feet 8 inches long, and the mill sawed it pretty good. I had a little issue there with that one pass where there was some tension in the slab, and it wanted to go the wrong way on that divider wheel. I'm going to put a machete down there. I really don't like those divider wheels because the logs and stuff can ride up on them so easy and send a slab back towards the sawyer. But it's about a miserable day here in Garrett County, as you can probably tell. It's late fall, early winter. Rains off and on. I'm not sure what the temperature is, but anyhow, sighting this here, see if we can get you a sight on it. Look at that baby. Straight as can be. So, yeah, I bet you can't find something like that at Lowe's. Or hardly anywhere, over 20 feet long. So I was thinking I might use that for the ridge beam in part of the sawmill shed. So I'm going to kind of take care of this. It surprised me. It had some rotten places inside. So I was able to successfully saw that off. It was right here in the middle, but it looks pretty good now. I don't think there's any other rotten places. So those knots sure were hard, and also it was the top of a real tall Norway spruce. This was the top log. It wasn't very big, which you probably noticed there at the start of the video. It wasn't very big on the top end, and the bottom end, down here wasn't very big either. But I thought, it's a good test to see how things go with a real long log. Most of my logs aren't this long. Most of my logs are not this long. So, well, anyway, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, like everybody says, to help my channel get off the ground. You all have a good time. Talk to you later.